Stage companies do not fail, but the first sign that things are in trouble is revenue that stalls. What's the quickest solution? This is what everybody gives a damn about, right? Well, there's this word, this phrase, this title, this label that's been being thrown around quite aggressively called a fractional executive. So we're going to do our little 3-second intro and talk about that right now. So what is a fractional executive? Okay, great. Typically an executive is someone who is on salary. That salary is typically a 6-figure salary. In a sales role, there is typically a bonus structure. You can't afford to bring somebody on salary right now, but you do need help right now. So what do? Well, let's talk about this. A true fractional is someone who, based on their skill set and expertise, they learn what the challenges with your business that their skill set is a solution to, and then they devise a plan with you to attack those challenges, remedy those challenges, and walk away. A fractional is not a part-time person. A part-time person is more long-term, more permanent. A fractional person is, this is the challenge. I am going to step in. I'm going to bring all my creativity, all my expertise, and the skill set that I've developed over this 10+ year career. And I'm going to cure what ails your business. Okay? Is that simple enough? Not sure. Visit our blog. Harvard Business Review did a lot of research on the rise in fractional leadership as it parallels to the massive layoffs in major consulting firms over the last 2 years. That might be of interest to you. But in a lean economy like this, right, you're cutting your fat, you fired your nephew, your wife's little, your wife's brother's son, because he didn't really do anything. It was a patronage job. But you're getting lean. All the dog and pony shows in your business have come to an end. What do you need? You need, one, stronger, more reliable, repeatable top-line revenue. Let me say that one more time. What you need before anything is stronger, scalable, repeatable top-line revenue. Sales. You need new clients. What a CRO does is they devise a strategy centered around the value your business delivers and integrates every part of the business with their efforts to ensure that sales and marketing are working together to what? Create repeatable success for you. You need to be able to map out projections because your CFO is worried about your investors, your shareholders, people holding safe notes. This is the CFO's job. The CRO needs to make sure that we hit and exceed projection. So this is way beyond just sales. Now, to bring a CRO in-house is typically going to cost you between $120,000 and $240,000 a year, full-time plus bonus commission structure. Well, enter the fractional. You need someone now. You can only afford maybe a quarter of that. So you need to bring somebody in just to kind of help you strategize, build the systems, build the infrastructure, get the CRM running properly and efficiently. So as your sales team grows, you know exactly what they need to be doing every day. You know how many calls you need as a KPI to hit and exceed goal. You know how many email outreaches. You know how much networking they need to be doing a week. These are things that a CRO oversees for you so you can get back to leading the business to becoming this vision you had when you incorporated. This is major, okay? So we can't skip over that. So now you understand what a CRO does, and you understand the difference between a full-time, a part-time, and a fractional. Let's get into 5 very core areas, all right? And I'm going to give you back the rest of your day. 1, revenue system design. Before I design a system, I mean, you're not a startup. And if you are, you don't need an audit. We just need to understand what the goal is, what the vision is, who the client is, and what your unique sales proposition is. Okay, your differentiator. Got me? Great. Okay, so if you're a startup, you don't need an audit. If you're not a startup, you need an audit. Guess what I'm doing when I do this audit? I'm looking for what do people know you for and love you for. Because guess what? That's your through the door offering. Now we can build a revenue system around your through the door offering. I like to call it sticky, because once you're in the business and they like you and they love you, now I can cross-sell them. Now you can upsell them. Now you can present solutions that enhance their experience, enhance their business, and hopefully enhance their revenue profile, which is really number 1. All right. So that revenue system design is everything. Strategic planning and alignment support that revenue system in making sure that marketing is producing content that drives inbound traffic and messaging that speaks as we and sales drives outbound activity. All of that needs to be centered around the value proposition, and more specifically, the unique sales proposition of what you offer. Okay? This sounds basic, but listen, you'd be surprised how many smart people like you don't know how to sell what they're great at. You're great at what you do. You can't sell it, and that's okay. I can. Number 3, operationalizing sales. Operationalizing sales centers around what happens, right? I like systems. I like processes. Why? Because it's easy to take a piece of a process, analyze it, interesting, and say, this can be better. Let's enhance this. Let's tweak this without taking the entire car apart. You need spark plugs? You just need spark plugs. Do you have to pop the engine out? Well, are the spark plugs on top of the engine? In that case, the answer is no. All right. Number 4, the team. Once we're clear on how we're driving revenue, what the plan is to make sure that sales and marketing are aligned, and that we're all working to speak to and bring value to our ideal client profile, and then we understand the bells and whistles, what widgets turn what cogs, in other words, how this whole sales process works, then we need to understand, now I need to make sure that the sales team gets it. And just like I tell people doing founder-led sales, I don't need you selling. This is not your dad's company. It's yours. No sleazy, slick, smooth, super charismatic, because post-COVID, nobody wants that bull crap. People want you to shoot straight, be honest, be frank, be earnest, and deliver what you say you can deliver. All right? So I need coaching and team development. I want to look at the resumes of the sales team. I want to talk to them and see How well do you understand how we help businesses that we serve? Primary thing, I need you to understand, if you're a member of a sales team of one of my clients, I need you to understand exactly why this business exists. Because when you're having conversations, you're having conversations. You're not trying to close. In the B2B world, a sales cycle is a sales cycle is a sales cycle. We're talking 6 to 18 months. You're not closing me in 30 days. So nurture the relationship. Find out what's going on with me. Find out why I care. Find out what need or want I have. Is it a real need? Is it a psychological need? Do I need to impress my boss? Am I a founder? Am I worried about my shareholders and my investors ready to do a search for a new CEO? Understand who you help when you're selling. All right. So that's the center, and that's the core of coaching and team development. And number 5, and finally, market expansion and readiness. Now, we have an entire methodology built around taking businesses from ready to sell to selling to growing and to expanding. But I need you to remember something Stephen Covey said in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You are beginning with the end in mind. And nobody needs to fully understand your vision but you. And the people helping to make it happen need to understand how they can help make it happen. Okay? So when I say market expansion, I need you at all times to be working on those building blocks that will position you to stand up strong and face another region, another market, another country. Because while the world goes crazy, I need you to understand 2 things. 1, you don't have time to go crazy. 2, we're less than 2 weeks away from the beginning of 4th quarter, which means you have weeks, not months. All the holidays and the family and the eggnog, don't overdo the eggnog. You need to be thinking about January now. So you need things running tight now. Whether you need to reach out to richlaster.com for a roadmap on how to do that. Warning, it's a roadmap. You're going to have to do the work. Sorry, not sorry. I do have relationships with people that we can install in your business, depending on your budget and your needs, blah, 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 blah. But it's very important. Beginning with the end in mind is really, at its heart, all about never forgetting the goal, never forgetting the vision. Don't get so busy and so lost working in the business that you're not working on it anymore. We need to systemize and we need to automate. Where possible, where we don't create more time fixing headaches and creating tickets for IT than we do making money and enabling our team to work to service and deliver a strong user experience for everybody we encounter. Look, if this has been helpful at all, please jump in the comments and let me know. I'm Rich Laster with growexpand.com. This is the Blown on Business podcast, where we come to you live right here on YouTube and wherever else you're watching it, okay? And I want to share little things that I'm noticing a lot of people miss in their business, because you can't afford to miss a damn thing. If I can help you at all, please jump in the comments, whether this is live or not. Otherwise, if you know somebody that can benefit from this, share it with them. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
A bit about our company. We produce strategies and deploy experts to grow your business revenue. The success of our clients is a direct result of the 25+ years of sales and marketing experience of our founder, Rich Laster. We take the guesswork out of increasing your revenue. Our reputation is built on results, not another roll of the dice with your marketing budget. Visit growexpand.com to learn how.